When the Pharisee who had invited Jesus saw this, he said to himself, if this man were a prophet, he would know who's touching him and what kind of woman she is, that she's a sinner. Jesus answered him, Simon, I have something to tell you. Tell me, teacher, he said. Two men owed money to a certain moneylender. One owed him 500 denarii and the other 50. Neither of them had money to pay him back, so he canceled the debts of both. Now, which of them will love him more? Simon replied, well, I suppose the one who has the bigger debt canceled. You have judged correctly, Jesus replied. Jesus gives a beautiful picture of forgiveness here. He talks about forgiving debt. Two men owed a debt. One was 500 denarii, that's work for 500 days. So let's see here, a little less than 2 years worth wages once you add in weekends and the way we run things. And the other owed 50, about 2 months. Both of them couldn't pay. The amount of the debt doesn't matter if you can't pay it. You can't pay it. And when both debts were forgiven, both of them had reason to say thanks. This Pharisee could not earn the forgiveness of sins. He couldn't pay off his debt. But he didn't see that. He thought it was not a big deal. This woman who knew her debt, who knew her sin, who had lived this sinful life, knew her sin and knew how much she'd been forgiven. There's a reason she couldn't hold back. There's a reason as you mature in faith, you start valuing Jesus more and more. It's because you see your sin more and more, and you say, look at what I've done. And look at what my Jesus has done for me. And you see how good he is.